Wait, hold up. Guys, do, do you hear that? It sounds like, I don't know. Can you hear all of those Brads and Chads crying about two people happily in love getting married? Because that's what I'm hearing. Because our girl got engaged. Hello, Swifties. Sorry, we're probably going to be a little wired right now, but you're going to see a little bit more of us today in different clothes at the very beginning because we are hopping on because yesterday, after we filmed for this week, Taylor decided to break the internet. Oh, Travis was there too. They did something. They got engaged, and we just had to record our reactions. So, the rest of the episode is about to come next, but I obviously can't speak, which isn't that unusual, but this time it's because I'm just so excited that not only is our girl in love and happy and getting married, but we get to know about it. Oh my god, we are so lucky.
It absolutely completely broke the internet. Watching all the reaction videos of people finding out is like my favorite thing. Like there's a Utah women's soccer team that had someone find out, and all the teammates kind of be like, "Don't tell Kate. Like Kate's gonna flip out when you see this." I like seeing all the reactions is the best thing. So I have to know where everybody was when they found out.
Yeah, so I was just at work on my lunch break, and someone put in the general chat of our Discord, they're engaged, and I was like, okay, it's in the general chat, not the all about Taylor chat, so it's probably somebody, I don't know, it could be anybody. And then somebody used the forbidden at everyone in the Swifty chat, and I was like, wait, no shot, right? And then then I started flipping out, ran to my sister's bedroom, and we started flipping out together. Then I texted my wife, and we started flipping out. And then, everyone was flipping out. So, yeah.
I love that. I was at work, and I was in a meeting. I was totally logged out of Discord, so had no ties to the internet, Discord, nothing. And had a couple of friends start texting me, and then my phone just starts blowing up. And so I'm in a meeting, I'm on video, I take a look over at my phone, I am in disbelief, have to go off video, no longer a participant in this meeting. And basically, I'm sorry if you're listening, work, basically cancel my calls for the rest of the day because I had to digest this.
I was actually on a walk with my dog, and I got that same notification. No, it was Amy in our Discord who posted they're engaged, and I'm like, oh, whatever. I had the same thought, like, oh, whatever, it might be someone who's engaged. And then I went to Instagram, and the first thing on my Instagram was their engagement post, which, by the way, is now the most liked engagement post in the history of Instagram. As we're sitting here right now, it's at like 31.1 million likes. I was literally squealing in the middle of the streets of Boston. I literally I looked at my dog and said, "I'm sorry, we gotta go sit somewhere, honey." And I went and like beelined and like hop back into Discord. Like I was totally freaking out.
Oh my gosh. During the week, I tried to, well, I'm not sure I succeed ever, but I delete like Instagram and TikTok off of my phone so that, I don't spend so much time scrolling. And it's downloaded back and it's already Wednesday, so clearly we're not doing great. But I was in a meeting and one of my friends, Lindsay, texts me, and she just texts me Instagram with like 15 exclamation points, all in caps. And Lindsay is the type of person that if she's saying something like that, it's important. And so like I'm in a meeting and I'm the only person in the meeting from like our organization, and so like I'm having to maintain a conversation while secretly like downloading Instagram on my phone. And then it gets even worse because, like I'm thinking something like, oh, there's a new countdown, an unexpected countdown, or a new vinyl drop or something like that, because that's what we've been dealing with recently. And literally just my brain just restarts, and I'm like trying to have a conversation with this poor guy. And I'm like, so we could, that sounds great. And like for the entire rest of the meeting, that's how I was. And I was trying so desperately to end that meeting so quickly. It was so bad.
Oh, it's so funny.
That is funny. Are you okay? Me being a data person, are you ready for some of this data? I think you got started on it, Jake. So, the couple's joint Instagram drop went obviously insanely viral. Over 14 million likes in just 1 hour, 1 million reposts in just under 6 hours. Instagram alone saw over 18 million likes on the post, breaking the internet as it was happening. We had American Eagle, who then announced their exclusive collaboration with Travis. Their stock went up 4.6%. Ralph Lauren sold out, obviously, in what Taylor was wearing. Things were crazy. We saw all of those people, companies, everyone jump on board with posts. We also saw Iga at the US Open pause her tennis to focus and gush on during her press conference over the engagement. We saw viral videos like the professor. Did you all see that one where everyone was going into class for a biochem test and he canceled it?
Yes, I saw the one at the University of Tennessee where the guy canceled class, and there was one kid in an orange polo shirt before the professor even stopped, was like right out of class.
Yeah, he knew something was happening. And then we had people like Noah who even got free Krispy Kreme. Is that right?
I know. I'm so jealous. We don't have one around here.
We had to drive because Atlanta traffic is so bad. We were sitting on the interstate for like one section for like 15 minutes. I think it took us about 30 minutes to go 4.8 miles. That's how far the closest Krispy Kreme is. Yeah, it was awful.
So jealous.
Then we went to Outback and Chick-fil-A to get appetizers and milkshakes to go celebrate. So yeah,
nice.
I think you meant apps and desserts.
Yes.
If you get that reference, he might be too young to get that reference.
Yeah, I think so. I have to say, total green flag. My husband, I obviously sent him the post because I knew as a UPS driver he wasn't going to know what was going on. So on his way home from work, he texted me and said, "Am I picking up Sancerre or champagne to celebrate the engagement?" Yeah, so we had champagne last night to celebrate.
I love that.
But it's a royal wedding. Sorry.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, you're good. I was gonna say, I will say, I was pleasantly pleased and surprised with the amount of supportive boyfriends who Taylor Swift might not be their thing, but they broke the news to their girlfriend because they knew how much that they would love that.
Yeah. Okay, the amount of people whose boyfriends, husbands, guy friends all knew before these ladies and broke it to them is astounding to me.
Yeah.
Because of Schefter.
That's a good point.
That makes way more.
Because I was literally in the process of downloading Instagram when I got the ESPN alert.
So funny.
And so I'm just never in a million years did I think I was going to find out that Taylor Swift got engaged from Adam Schefter. No, but I'm sure that's why, because it came out very quickly. It was I don't know. I think it was probably a couple minutes after.
And so we've learned some more of the details about the proposal as well, that it apparently happened immediately after they finished recording that New Heights podcast with Jason. It was in the Kelce's backyard. Literally the gardening people and the people setting up all the beautiful things were hiding in the hedges when Taylor and Travis arrived at the house. So they've been engaged for at least 2 weeks and we haven't known anything. So credit to the florist, the photographer, the jewelry maker who made the ring for sticking to your NDAs on that one.
Yeah. I bet those are crazy too.
Yeah, that was probably
also, yeah. And shout out to Ed, who then came
Oh,
on all
yes.
that did his press conferences for all of us,
That was
giving us the
amazing.
hard-hitting answers to our questions that we needed in order to piece it
Yeah.
all together.
God
shout
bless
out-
the
shout out,
Kelces.
Ed.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, that was one of my first thoughts was like, we'll never find out these details. And then,
Yeah.
nope, we found
That's
out
just- I got
2
you.
hours later. It was
We
amazing.
know where Jason gets it from. Great questions.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did we post it? There's been so many posts. I really should be more on top of this. But the clips from New Heights, every time she referred to him as her boyfriend, and he just like did like the side eye to Jason. And like when we were watching it, obviously it was so cute, and like I interpreted it as I'm her boyfriend. No, it was a boyfriend. I'm about
You
to
sure
change
about
that.
A lot of dramatic irony for Travis. He knew something everyone else didn't yet.
I know.
So
I wonder
good.
if Jason knew at that point. Like, I feel like he had to have
I
because
think so.
of the, like you said, like how Trav was
Yeah.
looking, but like,
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
hear him too? He said in the podcast, "Yeah, we're going out back right after." She said something about like going out back.
Yeah.
wait,
yes.
did he actually?
Yeah, he did. I'll have to share it with you.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh
say,
my
send me that
It's like
clip,
a
'cause-
quick snip, and I was like, "What?"
An Easter egg of
The
his own, I
Easter
guess. He's
eggs.
Yeah, I was
learning.
gonna
Yes,
say the Easter egg
yes.
or Easter egg, the Easter eggy. I
Of course, I know you said this already, but this basically is like the royal wedding, like
Yes,
2.0. Like everyone is
100%.
going to go freak over this.
Yeah.
Okay, if we, I mean, obviously we have to think about like, are they going to have a private wedding or is it going to be a big wedding? And if it's a big wedding, who officiates a wedding like this big?
Tree.
It is a royal couple. Like it's got to be the Pope, right? He's American. He could do it.
Oh my god.
Could you
Are they
imagine?
like
But they're
Catholic?
not Catholic.
Like what? Where are the religious
I know, but, like,
aspects
who
lie
is going
here?
to give a wedding like of this caliber? Like who would be the person?
I don't know.
Watch Jason get
Jason will
certified.
absolutely get his officiant's license
Yeah.
and
I
do
feel
it
like he
himself.
has to be
Come
already an
on.
officiant. Like it's probably already.
That would
he's
be
probably-
that'd be golden.
Everyone's
Jason
talking about
probably
him
did it like
having a
2
best
years
man
ago when they
speech.
first started dating, knowing that this moment was going to
Yeah.
Oh
happen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully he did. I mean,
So-
if not, worst case scenario, we get an incredible best man speech.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
will say that, like, while obviously it would be amazing to get to like see everything and it be like televised and things like that, part of me also just hopes that it's like tiny and private and
Yeah.
maybe we get like a picture or
Yeah.
something and they just get that moment because they have been so generous, especially with this relationship, of sharing so much of it with us, that I won't be mad if they don't share that with us.
Yeah.
It's such a good point because we genuinely care about her, as weird as that says, as a person. And I think like the testament to it is all of those viral videos of people hearing about the news and just break down crying. Like I know
Yeah.
I started crying. I was like so
Yeah,
genuinely happy for her that she's like getting the good guy.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that is a testament not only to her and the impact that she's had on all of us. And, you know, it's really a lot of people dismiss a lot of what she does because it's like about relationships and boys and stuff like that. But absolutely every person that I know has worked through a breakup or a hard part of their life because of Taylor and because she was vulnerable and, you know, shared the most painful moments of her life, especially like with Tortured Poets and things like that, where she used what was painful in her life to help people and make it into art. And so seeing her happy and seeing her with someone who I loved even before she knew who he was, you know, it's I'm gonna start crying.
I
on the
know.
podcast.
Like what you're saying is giving me chills.
Right. It's just
How about the big
I don't-
reveal too that we know that So High School is his song? She's never revealed who any of her songs are about.
Right.
Never.
Yeah, no. That's
Guys, I could talk about this all day. I have been talking about it for the last
I
24
know,
hours
same.
and I can't stop.
I have a super, super, super specific prediction about the wedding.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Okay.
And this is going to be really annoying for someone I know very well. The wedding will be 8/8/26, because 8, 6 plus 2 is 8. We know she's big into numerology, so 3 8s altogether. It will happen in the backyard of the Rhode Island property in Watch Hill. It will be a smaller private affair. It will be gorgeous, beautiful, like late summer-ish. That's my official prediction on the wedding. And the reason I say it's so unfortunate is because I know someone very important who's also getting married on 8/8/26 in Southern Rhode Island.
Stop.
So that's my official prediction for this whole thing.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think my prediction isn't necessarily about the wedding, but more so wedding based. I think I put this in the Discord, but I think TS13 will be something titled like Happily Ever After.
I would die.
But more like Taylor poeticized. If that's even a word. I don't know if that's a word.
I would love if it's something that ties back to his comment when it was the Kylie Kelce episode of New Heights, pre-Taylor. And, you know, Travis does like that comment of like, I want to feel those fireworks. I just like, every time I think about it, I'm like, Taylor, please take something about fireworks and make it into a song or an album title or something. Like, I think that would be so cute.
What do you mean? There's already a great song about fireworks. You know, if you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
I thought you were going Dear John. I was like, oh, never. But yeah.
Well, I have one more scary prediction as well. I don't think anybody's gonna like this at all.
Oh no!
I'm with Noah on this one. That TS13 will be some part of the wedding, and I love the title "Happily Ever After." And then she takes an extremely long hiatus away from songwriting and album creating.
I don't
enjoys
think she
married
ever
life, enjoys her time. She's got like, it's almost like longer than the gap between 1989 Reputation type of a gap where she just enjoys herself and we are jonesing. She's like out of the spotlight for a while, totally just enjoying married life privately.
I definitely think she enjoys married life privately for quite a while, but I don't think she'll ever stop writing. I think she'll be doing that and we'll get it at some point, hopefully.
Oh yeah, she won't stop, but we will get like a couple years long break between albums, like a good couple years.
Are we talking like Harry Styles break or longer?
I wasn't gonna say this, but I actually think TS13 will be her last album.
Thank you, Noah. That's kind of what I was alluding to a little bit.
I've seen so many predictions that like this is going to be the end of her career, and like in a good way, obviously, not like negative. And this might be really selfish of me, but I don't see it. I see her finally with someone who supports her for who she is and recognizes her greatness. And if anything, I feel that, you know, she's going to use it as support and a base to do things. I would not be surprised if we saw her shift away from maybe music and take a break from releasing and maybe release a book or go into like directing or something. I don't think she'll stop producing art.
Creating.
I don't think
one.
Yeah, and I also think about some of the stuff she said like that in 1950 shit. Like, at the end of the day, I think like saying a woman is going to stop her career because she's going to settle down and have babies just like seems so archaic to me. Like, I think she's proven to us time and time again that she can do it all. Maybe it will look different, but to your point, Leighton, I think she's going to continue to create and put stuff out there albeit in a different form, or in maybe it's, I mean, the woman can never do a small venue again, but maybe it's a smaller tour, or it's more dialed back somehow, some way. But I just don't ever see her, not creating.
I don't either. I think we'll probably, as she grows older and there's changes in her life, I think we'll probably see a shift in maybe the media type. But I don't think she's gonna stop. And I also have seen like a lot of comments that are like, well, there's been plenty of comments of she's pregnant, which, guys, for real, can we stop?
Let's not put the cart way before the horse here.
But also, I've seen so many comments of just like, well, they're going to get married, they're going to have babies. And I also like the same thing of like, the comments that she's made. And I don't know, I've obviously have a different perspective than some people because I am a woman and have dealt with a lot of those things. But it's like, okay, that's not a given.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I said. My husband even asked, he was like, so when are they going to have kids? I'm like, can we just enjoy their engagement? Like, like as far as we know, they're not even married yet. Like, how do we know they want kids? Like, give it a minute.
Or, and even, I think even if they have kids, which they may not, I don't think that should change anything. No one's talking about Travis retiring because they're getting married. Why are they talking about Taylor retiring? And like, obviously Jake was saying that more from like an appreciation and like Taylor gets to live her life. Like, I want to say, like, I know Jake meant that.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
I'm talking about like other people.
Taylor would have come to on her own and not be like, feel the heteronormative societal pressure to like, stop doing what I'm doing. I will make a quick counterpoint on what you guys have been saying, though. To quote Eliza Hamilton from Hamilton, as long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. Maybe, she's been pouring so much of her heart and soul into her songs, and so much of her career and her rise has been about her breakups and everything that she's gone through in her love life. Maybe it's such a fitting conclusion, and just having him in her life is enough. And maybe she does do the media shift. Maybe we see her do more writing or directing and things of that nature. But as far as the songs go, maybe that's enough because she's got Travis again and forever.
So poetic and deep. I love it.
I was going to say, that was bravo.
Well, I mean, only Taylor knows, and hopefully we'll get more. I don't know. All I know is that I'm very happy for her, and I am eternally grateful that they shared that with us. They didn't have to, and they shared it with us so quickly after their engagement. We are very, very, very lucky.
And can we just say, like, that was worthy of a countdown, Taylor? Like, that's something I need to prep and plan for. Okay?
Maybe not a CD or something,
All right, I think, are we back to normal programming?
I think we will leave you with our normal programming, but please come see us on social media, in the Discord, everywhere. Please tell us what you were doing when you heard the news. These are my favorite stories, and I can't wait to hear your reactions and your thoughts about my dear personal friend Taylor Swift getting engaged. See you guys next time. Hello and welcome back, all of you lovers and haters and people just waiting to hear what we're doing next. We're super excited to have you here on the Playbook, and we're super excited to have a special guest with us this first segment. But I'm Leighton, and I have bought far too many vinyls this summer for an album that I have not even heard.
I'm Jake, and I'm coming back from the land that feels like Christmas tree farms. Pulling a little deep cut there.
I'm Krista, your Swiftie strategist. Proof you can draft with heart and win with stats. And Leighton, I'm 7 finals in, so I feel you.
Oh, I'm Noah, and I'm just excited that we are full swing back into college football. Yeah, and a little stat correction from last week of my Alabama players in the NFL. I way overplayed that, and I apologize. The actual stat is there are 86 Alabama players currently in the league out of 1,696, so that'd be about 5% of the NFL.
What did we
go.
say? 60%?
I think I said 46% last time.
You had some obscenely high number.
Yeah, it was like
week.
I said it, and in my mind, I was like, that makes perfect sense. And I don't know where it came from. And then I looked it up just to make sure I was right, and I was way off. And I was like, oops.
And Leighton, do you still have your quarterback from the draft?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I sent you a trade.
Just wondering. Oh, you did?
I sent you a trade offer. Yeah.
I'm gonna look. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna look.
Tristan has finally rejected me enough times
did
that
it?
I've gotten the message, and so
This is like our own little folklore situation. I love it.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So who's Betty?
Did we scare him away?
I think so. I talked about rejection.
He said, hang on a moment.
I talked about rejection one too many times, and he's like, "No, I'm out." But while we're waiting, Krista, are you interested in the trade?
I've got to look.
I've got trade negotiation.
Okay.
I'm in on this.
Okay. I'm pulling it up right now. Leighton has proposed a trade. Okay. So, okay. So,
I think it's a good trade.
For
Might
me,
be biased.
Yes, with Gesicki, Mahomes, and Pickens, and Leighton, Cup, Goff, and Kittle.
That's a big one, but
that's a big one.
It sounds
pretty fair.
I was gonna say it sounds fair in my head to start.
Overall value is pretty much even, just kind of swapping where the value comes in. And I picked one of your players who was already on the trade block, so
it's true. It is true. Let me simmer on it for a minute, and I'll get back.
Accept it. Do it now.
Yeah. I'm not good with peer pressure, but I will do some soul searching and get back to you shortly.
Okay. I'm not good at peer pressuring anyone, clearly, because I still don't have Jamar Chase.
Well, neither were we trying to get you to spill the deets on Tristan.
Right?
That's true. I did, in fact, keep it a secret who Tristan picked, who Tristan took to a concert. And this was one of the hardest secrets I have ever had to keep. Almost ruined it like 3 times. But, Tristan, everyone has heard so much about you. Is there anything you want to, defend your reputation about, introduce yourself?
I'm sure everything everybody has heard is true. So I hope that it was all good things, but whatever it was, I'm sure that it was true.
So are you saying you didn't listen to the podcast?
No, I listened to the podcasts, but I can't. I believe the saying is, on advice of my attorney, I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay.
Claims that were made.
So what happened on the podcast last week?
Last week's episode, I did not listen to yet.
What happened on the week before?
Was that the one when you guys talked about all of my potential options?
That was when we interviewed back.
Was that 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I was on vacation for like 9 days, so you gotta cut me a little bit of slack.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've only had 4 episodes.
That should make it easy to track that it's only 4 episodes. Come on.
That should have been a question for
as if he's surprised. I thought you were listening to them. All right. Okay. So first question.
Yes.
I think drum roll. Who'd you pick?
I went with Catherine.
And everyone's
Excuse
like,
me?
who's Catherine?
Wait, Catherine?
Yes. So I picked, so it's kind of complicated, but I, through no fault of my own, except entirely my fault, waited till the last minute to reach out. And reached out to Kirsty, who was not available because she
Shocking.
hadn't heard from somebody who was picking, and they
Someone
and,
as in you?
yep, that'd be the someone.
Okay.
And so she ended up having to work, so she was unable to go, and so I messaged Catherine, who had been one of the first people to DM me about wanting to go, and had a great line of, well, I don't remember the beginning of it, but the hook was, "I can't wait to tell our grandkids about this story," and I was like, that was pretty clever.
How's that working out?
Some would say not well.
Oh.
Well,
wait, you got to give us the whole thing. We got to hear the whole thing.
So the concert was great. It was an amazing show. We had a great time. Nothing bad, nothing noteworthy happened, but I think that's the most anticlimactic update there could have been. But it was a fun time. Taylor Swift was not the surprise guest, which was honestly shocking. I was fully convinced, wearing no clown makeup, that on the day of, right after getting the TS12 release announcement, that there was going to be a Taylor Swift appearance at the concert, which did not take place, and still slightly shocked and
Sad.
Well, it's probably your
wholeheartedly
fault.
heartbroken. What's that?
It's your fault. She was heartbroken. You took Catherine instead of her.
Mm-hmm.
Many people are saying that.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. But yeah, the concert was great though. So I can't wait to see her again at a very near future, hopefully, when she goes on another tour, and maybe I'll get a second.
Oh, when you said see her again, I thought you meant the date. Not you mean Gracie.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Gracie
He's like, no. Gracie's the only woman for me.
Yeah. Sorry, if that wasn't clear. I have to talk to Pedro, but we'll see what we can work out, if he'll be okay. I mean, Travis wasn't okay with me taking Taylor to the concert, so maybe Pedro will be nicer.
So no second date.
Nope, no second date. I think it's just the way the cookie crumbles, as Bruce Almighty, I think it was, said. Just didn't work out. Nothing bad. Just one of those situations where it was not a fit.
Fair.
Not
Totally
meant to
fair.
Yeah.
I still feel like we failed in that aspect, though.
I know.
We were expecting this.
But okay, hold on. You did go out with Kirsty.
Oh, what? Wait, what?
Well, I mean, I wanted to let you drop these truth bombs there. So we went out and had a great time. She's on vacation now, which is just rude of someone to go on vacation.
Rude.
But I think there will be a second date when she gets back. Hopefully.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey!
So we didn't fail because that's who was the winner.
That's who we all
was
picked.
the winner.
Yeah.
And who through, again, no fault of my own, except that I was the sole reason for the delay in picking, was unavailable. So yeah, full circle, I guess.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
So we didn't fail.
No, you guys were great, and as always with me, I did everything in a timely manner.
You definitely.
I'm actually thrilled to hear that, though. I think behind the
Yeah.
scenes, each of us had also said like, Kirsty's like the best. Like, she just brought this like badass energy and vibe, and I think she totally blew our socks off from when we interviewed her. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you had great choices. All of them were phenomenal. I mean, shout out to all the Colorado girlies. Like, you have an amazing pool of women to choose from in the grand scheme of things. So,
and
but
a
we
big
really
shout out I'll give also to Adrian and Becca, even though they weren't
Yes.
chosen. That's
Yes.
so hard to come on and put yourself out there, regardless. So
Oh, yeah.
you know,
And they were
mad
amazing.
props to the both of them.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of it was I suddenly realized I had to make a lot of people really sad by not like having to make a decision. So like I would, it was a little out of my price range to just buy like a bunch of tickets and say everybody gets to go.
That would have maybe been awkward too.
Oh, for sure. But like, it's a Gracie Abrams concert. Worst case
True.
is you can go enjoy the concert.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great time. Like the concert was fantastic. She somehow sounds better in person, and I was shocked by just how many people were like interested in wanting to go. So I felt like it was the best problem you could ever ask for, and also way more intimidating than I thought it would be.
Would you ever do it again? Post a TikTok?
For sure. I don't know that it would be like, here's concert tickets. Like, it might be like, here's, I don't know,
Tristan's boyfriend resume.
Yeah.
But I want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tristan was not worried about making me sad.
No.
No. He was like, Leighton can suffer. Leighton can be the one fielding all of these texts and communicating with all these people. But as long as I don't have to disappoint people, it's fine.
Let's be very clear. It was I was worried for my own sake.
Yeah, okay. Just want to put that on the record.
Would you recommend we do this again with someone else? Like, do you feel like overall it was a success?
Yeah. I mean, it was great. All I really wanted out of it was to get to go to the concert with somebody and have a good time. And that mission was accomplished. So couldn't be like, it doesn't always have like the, 10 novel love story ending, but that's okay. Like, it was still a really good time, and it was a short story instead of a series.
And shout out to Leighton too. I mean, she put a lot of work into this.
Shout out Leighton.
She did
this out.
Yeah.
As a thank
Organizational
you,
queen.
I know how much of a fan she is. I am going to send her a full case of
No. Oh! I don't want it. Honestly, okay, for those of you who have not tried the cotton candy Bubblicious Ghost, it was very hyped up in our Discord. And so I hunted it down, found it. That is one of the most disgusting things I've ever tried. Literally, it tastes like the aftertaste of the children's Tylenol chewable grape flavor, the ones that like have that like awful like aftertaste in your mouth. That is what it tastes like. So,
but if Ghost is
artificial
listening,
grape
we're
is, like,
still
the worst
huge
thing.
fans.
I think you're
say,
wrong,
like-
but I've also never had that flavor. It just sounds really good. So
I know
really
it
want
sounds really good.
So I'm convinced that you're just wrong, like you were about Uncrustables, but
I was not wrong. What on earth?
Wasn't raspberry one of the like most popular responses?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't mean to be
Aren't
the
you
bearer
still
of bad
waiting on a
news,
text back?
I actually am. Yeah. Let me just. Nope. Still none.
Cool. All right. Well,
Ouch.
But yeah,
So-
to get back to the question of would I do it or should we do it again? Like, I think it was a ton of fun. As long as you're going into it with the expectation that it might be somebody you like go to something with and that's all there is. Like, yeah, like I didn't go in with high expectations of like this other than wanting to have a good time at the concert, and that was achieved. So I'm very happy for that. She played my favorite song, which is Free Now. So I think it's an absolute banger. Probably
Let's-
top.
that one.
I don't know,
Let's
Krista, were you
say-
teasing that there's a season 2 of this somehow?
Well, what I was going to say is, let's say that we were to do this again for someone like Jake. What advice would you have for him through this process?
Prepare for it to get more traction before you post it would be piece of advice one. Because I woke up to a billion notifications, and thankfully Leighton came to my rescue to help fielding the responses, because I thought about burying my phone in the sand and trying a different approach. But that would be step one, is be prepared. And then step two would be find like an event, whether it's a concert, a show, whatever the thing is, that you're really excited to see regardless of anything else. And just like, like the way I looked at it was, I don't think Gracie Abrams will ever be small enough to go play at Red Rocks again. And I wasn't going to miss the chance to go just because I didn't have somebody that I would go with otherwise. So, pick something that you're really excited about, and you'll still have a really good time, regardless of the result.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid.
That's very wholesome.
Occasionally, you'll get a wholesome response on accident.
So, before we let you go,
Mm-hmm.
did I even tell you that I have a story? I'm not even sure. There is another story. So last week on the podcast, I told them how someone ended up at the same concert as you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Which that is still one of the funniest things that happened. But there was another story that came out of it that you don't know either.
Okay.
And it involves a person who was picked. When I was going through these binders full of women, as we like to call them, throwback to 2008. Obviously, I was going through all of them, making sure that, they weren't psychotic. They weren't trying to loop you into a pyramid scheme, which some of them were.
I've been all for a pyramid scheme or two.
Yeah. About cleaning supplies, though?
Well, thankfully, no.
Okay.
So I might have been okay. But yeah, sorry. Please continue. I'm enthralled by where this may go.
I'm sure. So obviously, we had about 50 applicants, and I was trying to vet them through social media as much as possible without being too intrusive, obviously. And
Good save.
as I'm scrolling through Kirsty's social media, I noticed that every single photo was with her husband. And
what?
Like, it's wedding pictures. This one photo shoot in particular just posted over and over, anniversary posts, family vacations. And so as I'm vetting these people, I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, obviously no married women except for heads of HR.
She didn't fill out the form.
But then I'm like, okay, so why is she submitting the form, and why is she putting her social media on there if she's married. And so I go back and forth. Like, my initial thought was, okay, she's obviously disqualified. And then I keep going back and forth and going back and forth. And finally, I'm like, okay, all of the photos, the most recent photos are from like 2022, 2023. I'm like, okay, well, so maybe she got divorced and she just doesn't post anymore. Even though I was, very much questioning, still, why would you give me this Instagram? Because they had the ability to submit what social media. So, it still was bothering me in the back of my mind, but, I was like, okay, whatever. So, obviously, I'm not about to put a picture of her and her husband in the slideshow. So I am desperately looking, and I find one photo without her husband. And it is the one that ends up in the slideshow, and it's a side profile shot. And as we know, her bio was, kind of like quirky, fun, a little bit badass. And I think I called the photo homesteading and homeschooling chic. Because I didn't really feel, badass vibes. But, pictures can be deceiving. Obviously, it's just a slide, a sideshow. Wow. A side photo for a slideshow. Never attempting that sentence again.
That's fine.
Keep saying it.
So then we interview Kirsty and are just absolutely blown away, right? She's gorgeous, confident, absolutely a badass, and not so much like the vibes of the photo. I think Krista or Jake, one of you guys said, wow, I don't remember her looking like that in the photo. Mm-hmm. So about, 2 hours before the concert, I have, as we all know, I have therapy every Tuesday evening right before we film the podcast. And obviously, I have been keeping my therapist up to date with this dating contest. Also, Tristan, she is also very impressed by your ability to fold a fitted sheet.
Good. More people need to be.
Yeah, she is very impressed, blown away. So she asks me, she's like, okay, so who won? And I'm like telling her the whole thing of like, you're going with someone, but you picked someone else, blah, 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 blah. And so she was like, oh, I want to see a picture. So I go onto my Instagram and I pull up the profile. And I'm looking at this married woman's photos again. And this time, having recently talked to Kirsty, I'm like, this is not the woman who I interviewed. And then, I'm kind of like almost having a panic attack in the middle of therapy, which is a great place to have a panic attack, I will say.
You're going to have one top 2 or 3 place. Yeah.
Right. But I noticed that the username is Christy, not Kirsty.
Classic.
A detail that I only caught because I now knew what Kirsty looks like and, things like that. So I'm like frantically checking the spreadsheet. I'm like, were there 2 of them and I put the wrong one in the finals? I'm like, oh my God. No. I had just stolen some random married woman's photos and catfished this entire group into thinking, because they're both blonde and apparently all blonde women look alike.
So,
wow.
Literally,
were you stressing for a minute, Tristan?
Was I stressing?
Yeah, when she was telling the story that maybe she was married.
I met the other Christy and her husband, and they're fantastic. No, I did a little solo vetting of my own.
Oh, okay.
And he can spell, so.
Yeah, and I can't do a lot of things well, but spelling is usually one of them.
I love it.
And so I didn't have, I didn't know any of this, but I was not concerned that there was a married woman that was like, I mean, props to her if she had been, because that would be very clever of just, no, I'm married. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about bold.
Just gonna pretend,
right?
I mean, there were some people that were, very ineligible based off of the criteria that were given, but still responded that they like initially to the video that they were, including one of my best friends. He said he'd go. His wife would watch their kid. So
well, I put him in, but no one voted him into the finals.
Yeah, he was on. He was in our voting options.
I have to see him regularly enough, so couldn't pick him for that.
But yeah, so
that's
again,
though.
Shout out to Tristan for going off of the personality and not the photo, because that was not her photo.
Amazing.
So funny.
Amazing.
Nice.
I'm here to break the stereotypes that, all we do is swipe left or right off of a photo. Some of us know how to read and fold fitted sheets.
I know how to do neither of those.
That's okay. One of them is significantly easier to learn. I'll let you pick which one that is.
Obviously, spelling and reading. But you know what's really easy? Trading Jamar Chase to me.
Oh, yep. The
full circle moment
is right next to the reject button, and I think I'm just so used to people pressing the reject button in life on me that I'm just at the default.
Womp womp.
And the full circle again. See
how many people applied? Come on now.
No, I could have life much worse. I'm not actually that heartbroken about it.
I thought you were about to say, no, I could have many women.
No.
Well, when you were talking about the side profile, I was thinking side boob. Like, what is she talking about here?
That was going to go, because to me, like I said, I didn't even I looked up all the people like that on my own, and apparently he didn't trust the I and the R. Well, it looks like it paid off to not be trusting. So, so yeah. But Jamar Chase will remain on my squad probably through our championship run. I do plan to win. So
good luck with the Bills defense.
I mean, I also
and
plan
Trevor Lawrence
to go on a second date. So my plans don't always happen the way I plan them. We'll see.
Will you keep us posted if she responds to your text?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I think she will. Well, I think Kirsty will. She is out visiting family or something like that. So, one of those things. Or she, if I never show up again, it's because you actually picked the wrong one and she was a serial killer. And please play this at my funeral. Give my dog a hug. I love him.
Will do.
Well, all right now.
Yeah. I think we're safe, but you can never be too sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jake, let me know. I will gladly help field responses for season
2 of this saga
of the concert.
Really, you will?
Well, look, Jake, you can pick. Well, if it's not for me,
he will. The question is when and how long it will take.
Right.
If it's not for me, I'm all about it. But really, it's up to you, Jake, if you want to trust someone who struggles with spelling names when you're trying to decide who, our potential options. That's kind of a big deal.
I think if we're doing a season 2, we have to figure out a when and a where first before we do this how. So I'm in for season 2. I'm in for this. Like, we'll figure out some logistics.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, I like to shoot from the hip. So, props to you for trying to have a little more planning.
We'll have some fun.
You're right over there.
I don't think she
you can't give her opportunities like that.
Well, I'm going
Listen,
to try to give as many of those as I possibly can.
listen, I have already had to swallow my pride and be nice to Tristan today. So I am trying to be on my best behavior.
That's fair. I am pushing my luck a little bit. So I will.
A
I
lot.
appreciate the professionalism.
Thank you. Trying to make sure Jake doesn't have to edit.
What do you mean? I'm just going to leave everything in. All of this is fair game, you know.
Yeah, just cut
That's
out
true.
from like, and Tristan until thanks, that was great.
Well, no. Well, we have to leave in the part where you leave. That's going to be everyone's favorite
True.
part.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh.
Yep.
So I know you are not prepared for this at all.
The best kind of lead-in.
Right.
Let's see where it
Obviously. Do you have really quick predictions for who's going to win the different AFC conferences?
Absolutely. The Chiefs.
Not going with the Broncos.
No, Broncos. I'm hoping can get third place.
Who do you have beating them?
The Chargers. I think the Broncos and the
Really?
Chargers are going to I think the Broncos are going to be like 9-8 or 10-7. All this Super Bowl contender talk is really exciting for people.
That's a hot take.
That want to
It is
feel
a hot
good.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's realistic, but maybe I'm pessimistic because I'm a Broncos fan. I'm not one of the Kool-Aid drinkers before I see it, and I don't think they got that much better from the team last year that got obliterated by the Bills in the playoffs. So I don't know what they've done to I think they're going to be a little better, but quarterbacks routinely have a sophomore slump. I think Bo Nix is in a perfect position to let people down because there's all kinds of expectations now, and the Broncos defense is great and this and that, and like they could get more than that, but I don't think until the Chiefs get dethroned, picking against them is a smart move. So Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, South, is that the conference I'm forgetting? Let's go with Jaguars.
Oh, another hot take.
That one's a little hot of a take, but
Do you have any defense for that at all?
Travis Hunter.
Interesting.
All right.
Not that I think he's solely going to lead them to it. I think they had about as bad of a year and bad of like injuries and luck and everything as you could have last year. I think Trevor Lawrence is a great quarterback to have on your fantasy team.
I'm sorry. I had to look to see who was that.
I think he's going to surprise people. I have him in a bunch of dynasty leagues too, and I think that he's going to end up being like closer to the Trevor Lawrence that like of a few years back than the one we saw last year. I think their division isn't very good. Like who's going to beat them in their division? The Texans, like they're the only other contending team, and they weren't that good last year. Yeah. But like they weren't that great. Like right, like they've got Joe Mixon's out for 4 weeks, so they're hoping to count on the ghost of Nick Chubb. They've got like 4 receivers none of which have like a history of health at this point.
They've got the easiest path in the AFC South.
Yeah,
but
they also have no O-line, but
they're like, I think the Jags have better talent on their roster at a lot of the positions that matter than the Texans, especially on the offensive side. Like, I think CJ Stroud's better than Trevor Lawrence, like at least the way they're perceived, but it's not that big of a gap in talent in my view. Like, Trevor Lawrence was the prospect that couldn't be missed, and then kind of has had some up and down seasons, including one where everyone was in love with him, and then the next where everyone was like, they need to move on from him. So I think we're going to get closer to the good one. I think Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter are better receivers than Nico Collins and whoever is healthy for the Texans. And tight ends matter as people.
His hot takes make me feel better about my hot takes.
I know.
We'll see. I mean, I'd be happy to make a friendly wager that the Texans are worse off than the Jags at the end of this year.
Damn.
Okay.
Even with the defense they have?
The Jags defense or the
Texans?
Yeah. I mean, defenses are hot and cold through like year to year and during a season.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, unless you have a year in, year out, like top amazing defense, I don't go into a season thinking that they're going to be, do they though?
Yeah, ever since D'Amico has been there, they have been solid.
Outside of the game against Detroit last year, that they wound up losing because even though they got 5 interceptions from Jared Goff,
which was an insane game.
Yeah. Like, outside of them choking that game, I'd say they've been really solid defensively.
I mean, I think that's fair, but I don't know that they're top echelon that you guarantee they're going to be like I think they're still going to need the offense to carry them more than the defense to get them to wins. Like, and if that's the case, I think the Jags have a better offense. And so, I'm not saying I think the Texans are going to be awful. I think they'll be the second best team. But I think that the Jags are going to be the division winners. So.
All right.
All right. Well, we will have you back on the podcast when the Jaguars get fourth.
Clip that, Jake.
It's Tristan versus everyone on that pick.
That's my favorite spot to be, back in a corner, me versus the world.
Still waiting for a text back.
Yep. The text will be, sorry, I was wrong about the Jags, but it's still a good text to get.
Well, you're not going to get that from me, so keep waiting. Well, you're welcome to stick around, or you're also welcome to go do better things with your life than listen to us talk about rivalries. But thank you so much for letting us play with your love life. And,
yes, absolutely.
It was a lot of fun.
It really was.
Thank you for taking it and making it fun for me as well, and a little less overwhelming. And again, only your fault for me not making a decision faster. Right. So I'd love to give the blame there.
Yeah.
So thank you. But yeah, no, it was great. I'm excited to see these rivalry questions or hot rivalries, and which one is the biggest rivalry, or however you've got it set up. So thank you. And I will talk to you all soon, and I will see you in Jacksonville for the AFC Championship.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not that bold.
Okay.
We'll find you a date.
Thank you. I'll take all the help I can get.
We know some people who kind of live near Jacksonville. Maybe we could finally convince them.
Interesting.
Oh,
I don't know. It's a closer trip. Anyway, Noah, what do you have to say about rivalries?
Yeah, so kind of kind of building off of the Jamar Chase trade segment. It's me. Hi, I'm the rivalry. There's definitely a bit of a rivalry developing with Leighton and Tristan. I'm curious if that's going to hold up in either of the leagues they're in together. I hope it does.
I hope him.
I hope there is a lot of trash talking anytime they play each other or get close to playing each other. Yeah.
Listen, I will deny that I ever said this, but I will cheat, collude. I will do anything to beat him at this point.
Hey, we've seen it. We're ready. I've got the popcorn.
He's not beating me in any of the leagues.
So I guess to start this off, let's just go through and list, I guess, our favorite rivalries, why they're our favorite. I'm very biased on this, but my favorite rivalry is Alabama-Auburn.
Speaking of cheaters.
Saying that. What?
I said, speaking of cheaters.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Okay. You made me lose my train of thought.
I think Noah just went through factory reset. The rage is just like
we watched it
happen. Oh man. But yeah, so the Alabama-Auburn rivalry is nicknamed the Iron Bowl. It is nicknamed that because it takes place in Birmingham. Well, not always. It's usually at Auburn or at Alabama, but it's like near enough Birmingham, which is where the big iron factories are located. I can see Leighton fact checking me.
No, I'm suddenly finding out that Auburn is not in like California.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Auburn is in Alabama. Auburn is really
seriously?
Close to
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
Oh
dead
no.
ass.
That makes sense why they're rivals.
Yeah. It do indeed.
It's all coming together.
But much how I am encouraging all the crap talk, etc., between Leighton and Tristan, college football fans don't mess around. I think Krista knows about that.
Yep.
I think Nebraska, I guess Colorado.
I mean, it depends on the year. Nebraska, Iowa is big.
Yeah.
Go Huskers.
Yeah. But yeah, rivalries tend to bring out all of the passion, especially in college football. But that does also translate into the NFL. You have the Packers, Bears, the Eagles, Cowboys,
Commanders, Cowboys.
Okay.
Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles, Cowboys all day long.
Yeah.
That matchup, no matter what, is going to be electric. The fan bases alone make it so crazy. The stakes are high. There's always drama. I feel like it's a big game, even if it's like week 3.
Yeah, I agree. And then I think the big one for me, like growing up, was every Thanksgiving. It was the Lions Packers. That was another huge one, and I will never forgive the NFL for taking that away from us. That game needs to be back on Thanksgiving. I'd say I'd riot, but I'm going to watch the games that are on that day anyways, so it doesn't really even matter.
Especially now that it's actually good, because for so long, the Lions weren't good, and the Packers were so dominant during that time. And like, obviously, during a rivalry game, the Lions played better in that game than any other game that year. But like, now the Lions are good.
Yeah.
And the game would be so much better. Well, the games are much better. They still play each other.
Yeah. But it's not like as iconic because it's not on Thanksgiving at 4:25 every year. I'm not salty. But yeah, so why don't we go through everybody and list your favorite rivalry?
Are we sticking to just football here?
We don't have to.
Oh,
we don't have to. Oh, I have some other ones I can bring in.
All right, I'll give a football answer and a non-football answer.
Okay, there we go.
Growing up, a football answer, they're not even in my division, but Steelers-Ravens games were always the most intense things to watch. Two phenomenal quarterbacks with Ben Roethlisberger and Joe Flacco in their primes. Two punishing defenses, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu. They were always just the most intense, physical, brutally punishing games possible. And these two fan bases, I think, just eternally hate each other. So football wise, I think that's one of my top rivalries. Non-football wise, I'm always partial to Red Sox Yankees,
100%.
Even with, things maybe being a little quieter over the last couple of years, there's nothing we're 21 years down the road and I still can't not get goosebumps watching Jason Varitek shove a glove in A-Rod's face and everything that happened from 2003 2004.
So good.
It always gives me the chills.
Same. You're speaking my love language. Talk Red Sox Yankees all day, every day.
Does the Red Sox Yankees rivalry have a name?
Yankees suck?
It is.
Let's see. I'm curious because most rivalries have a nickname. Let's see.
Well, unfortunately for us, Krista, the Yankees are winning, but the Red Sox just won themselves. So
that's right. That is right. And let's talk about the most recent matchup with them. We won 3 out of 4. So I call that winning.
This is a little hint to you all, by the way. The playbook isn't just going to be football. We will cover all the sports.
Like October baseball for the Red Sox.
Amen.
And October baseball for the Mariners.
Big dumper.
If you're lucky.
And you guys are going to be happy because for once I'm going to not be yapping. Because I know nothing about baseball, but I will be here to make faces at everyone.
So, I don't see an official name for the rivalry. That's kind of surprising.
It's too good to have a name.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll move on to Krista.
Okay, so I already shared mine with Eagles Cowboys, but I will say I did look up the name of the Nebraska-Iowa rivalry, and it's called the Heroes game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I don't really know the history, shame on me, but it says the annual contest played on the Friday after Thanksgiving honors local histories and has rich history dating back to 1891.
Nice.
Interesting.
So I guess Iowa is technically the official rival of Nebraska then because it takes place after Thanksgiving.
Yep, exactly.
Nice. I love that. Leighton.
Well, apparently I'm not allowed to pick the Commanders Cowboys. Although they are rivals. The Cowboys consider the Commanders their rivals. And if you go back to the Commanders' old name, the Redskins, it was like Cowboys versus Indians.
Ooh.
That's like the whole history of the rivalry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they are the original rivalry. But yeah, no, I mean those games are so electric, and it's really, I mean, it brings out the best in both teams generally. No matter if it's what sport, whatever. Somehow the worst team in the world can actually play a game. So for a really long time during the very bad years of Washington, the Dallas games were the only ones that were really enjoyable because for whatever reason we would actually show up during there. I remember when RG3 went into Dallas on Thanksgiving and beat the Cowboys, and that was just like one of the most electric games. Kirk Cousins also beat them in Dallas, and that was just like, oh my God, we have a team. We didn't, spoiler. But it's one of those things that rivalry games can somehow, revitalize a franchise in a way that like nothing else can. So I very much am thankful to those games for having a little bit of spirit in the midst of a very dark time.
Oh yeah, that's fair. So going off of your point of like even when you're bad, like the rivalry still like elevates team play. Would you rather beat your rivals in all the games that you play, but lose in the first round of the playoffs, or lose both games to your rival and win the Super Bowl?
Win the Super Bowl. That's what it's all about.
Oh my goodness. No, I'd rather beat all my rivals. I
feel like
no.
a player's goal, an athlete's goal when you're competing at that level is to win the biggest prize.
Yeah.
And so like as a team and cheering for the team as a fan, in my opinion, it's winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, maybe at the NFL level, I would probably say I'd rather us win the Super Bowl. But at the collegiate level, no, I would rather beat Auburn 10 out of 10 times and not win a championship ever again than to lose to Auburn.
I think you might be good for that second half. But I will say, as I know this isn't like an official rivalry because it's only been going on for like 4 years or something at this point, maybe 5. But as a Bills fan, as much as I want to say that beating your rivals is what I would want to do, we beat the Chiefs in the regular season every single year, and we still can't do shit in the playoffs. So, you know, and it's gotten to the point where winning in the regular season, it's just like, okay, whatever. We'll see you again in January and we'll lose, you know. So as much as my gut reaction was to say I would rather win against my rivals, I feel like no, I'd rather win the Super Bowl.
Okay, let me ask you all a question in regards to being a fantasy manager. Do you change the way you essentially are going to anticipate scoring your fantasy outcomes based on the fact that it's a rivalry and you think your team or the team might play better?
Sometimes, yeah.
Usually, yeah, it will impact decisions that I make. If a player is on like a bad stretch of scoring in fantasy and they've been on my bench for a few weeks, I'll usually unbench them for the rivalry game, especially if they're on a bad team, because I know those are just weird. And
they're weird and all.
Get hyped for those. Sometimes players just act different.
Yeah. I keep mine pretty conservative with that. I look at stats overall and don't base it on the rivalry, but I think I'm probably the anomaly there.
It really depends, though, on the player, and it depends on what the alternative is. If the only time I will do something like that is if like it's pretty close, like 2 or 3 projected points, then I'll like give the edge to the rivalry. But I'll also do the same thing if a player is playing a weak team, you know. I'll also do that. So I think a certain amount of analytics go into it, but a certain amount is just pure stats, and which is also analytics. But
straight passion.
Yeah.
I gotta say, not just rivalries, but my favorite, absolute favorite, regardless, game to watch is Buffalo when it's snowing. Like those games are so freaking magical to me.
Even honestly, just snow games, like
the
Browns. I think it was the Browns Steelers last year. That game, like, that game was so good. Like, I think I was like kind of just bored playing video games with some friends, and then I noticed it started snowing, and I was like, I'll stay in the Discord, but I'm gonna watch this because it's about to go down.
That game was wild too.
Yeah.
My family usually has a bet every year of where the first snow game is going to be, and we have very specific rules on what constitutes a snow game. Like, it can't just be like you see snow or something like that. So
like measurable, or like what are the parameters?
It has to be visible on the field, or they have to have cleared the field for it. Because like obviously in Buffalo sometimes that happens. But yeah, no. So we have a lot of fun with that because snow games are just the absolute best.
Yeah,
they're so good. So good.
I mean, the last snow game, Josh Allen managed to throw and catch in the same game, which is just absolutely crazy. Yeah. I still am in love with that.
Yeah, I remember that. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's hard not to, it's like, even as a Patriots fan, it's hard not to cheer for the Bills. Like, especially even now with Hard Knocks, like falling in love with them, it's like, it's so easy to do. So
Editor Jake popping in really quickly. To not leave you guys with an absolutely absurdly long 2-hour episode, we did have to cut some stuff that we originally recorded on our record date. So apologies for the jump cut, but here's our next, I think, last segment.
But I hope you stuck around for this entire episode. I know it was a long one. I hope you think it was worth it. And I can't wait to talk to you guys all soon. Because we're super excited and we can't wait to kick off this brand new NFL season with you. And on that note, I think we will see you next time on the Playbook.